greater spotlight on some of the details that you have to be good at, that Caitlin could cover up with her incredible skill, her range, the way she creates space.
Hello everyone, and welcome back to Clark Update. I hope you're having a great day. I've got another exciting story to share, so be sure to stay with me until the very end. If you're new to the channel, don't forget to like this video, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss an update. Now, let's jump right into today's story. Caitlin Clark stayed completely quiet. There was no announcement, no interview, and no social media post. With only one person beside her, she walked into a private Nike studio. That person was Sophie Cunningham. It wasn't her coach, her agent, or even her family. If you're enjoying our videos, please take a moment to like and subscribe. Surprisingly, over 90% of the people watching still haven't subscribed. It costs nothing, takes only a second, and helps the channel grow. If you've already subscribed, thank you for your amazing support. Now, let's continue. What happened after that wasn't only unforgettable. It became a deeply personal and emotional moment unlike
W really is, you know what I mean? And like, I get it to a certain extent, and like every rookie coming into the league, that's how you're going to treat them. But there's just more.
Like anything basketball fans had seen before. A young star willingly shared part of her reported $25 million success without any hesitation, and it instantly created headlines across the WNBA. Like this video if you're watching the rise of a player who is changing the game in her own way. Subscribe because Caitlin Clark isn't only making history on the court. She's changing how leadership is viewed across the league. Ever since her days at Iowa, Nike had been paying close attention to Caitlin Clark. When she scored 40 points on national television, Nike executives took notice. When she packed arenas that even some NBA teams struggled to fill, they approved a...
So in your career, you got to match up against other Nike hoopers. Do you have a favorite matchup?
You're gonna get me in trouble. Honestly, like, I'll just say D, because she's such an icon in our sport and has been in the game for so long. You know, getting to share the court with her was pretty fun, and you just see her competitive spirit, even though you're not on her team. Like, you just
resources Nike puts behind Caitlin Clark now that we're going to start getting some of her merchandise coming out, and fans are indeed excited. I miss my GOAT playing. Gonna go ham on this commercial. I thought it was a nice commercial myself. Where is her own shoe? We're waiting on that. We are waiting on that. Wow. Y'all must have a fever or something. Oh, what a great double play on words. What a great double
major offer. After signing the reported $25 million deal, the biggest ever for a WNBA player, many believed Nike had found its one superstar. Caitlin was expected to become the lone face of the brand. But Caitlin had another vision. She didn't want to build her legacy by herself. About a week before the Nike commercial was released, she quietly contacted the company with an unusual request. She wanted one special gold box. Inside was a sneaker that had never been revealed before, a white and gold prototype with the word legacy stitched on the tongue, along with initials that represented not only Caitlin, but Sophie Cunningham as well. Nike wasn't sure at first because signature products normally don't work that way. Caitlin stood by her decision. She explained that she hadn't reached this point alone and didn't want to continue alone either. Nike finally agreed. During the commercial shoot, with cameras rolling and lights shining, Caitlin opened the box, looked at Sophie, and simply said, "This belongs to both of us." In that moment, she shared the spotlight with her teammate. It was something WNBA fans had never seen before. Sophie has never been the biggest name in the league or the loudest voice, but she has always been one of the toughest competitors. For years she has battled through hard fouls, criticism, and constant challenges. When Caitlin Clark entered the WNBA and faced criticism, loud boos, and physical play, Sophie stayed right beside her. She defended Caitlin when others stayed quiet. She spoke up even when it came with consequences. She even accepted a
This is a preseason game where Clark is not available, and yet you probably...
One that doesn't include 10 other people. All right, now let's go show you something else. So the shoe goes on sale today, or was it today? It sold out in minutes. And I want to show you something right here. Just so you can, just a reminder, so you remember who the cash cow is, who the box office attraction is. You got to remember this. So remember, if you're not familiar, they have something called GOAT. GOAT is a secondhand market for sneakers. And this is their website. And if you see the shoes on here, it's right here. Caitlin Clark.
Caitlin Clark. And our offense was clicking, but now we have to have a new offense when she's in there because she just brings that much to the game. And so we have to adjust. And I think all of us just want it now. We know what the potential of this team can be, but we can't think about that. You really have to take day to day and stuff that worked here, we need to carry it over to tomorrow's game. We have a lot of games coming up in I think like 7 days or whatnot, and so it's mentally making sure that we're good.
Commercial since she's entered the WNBA. I know she's made a cameo here, she's made a cameo there, she was featured as part of this rollout here, featured as part of this rollout there, but is this our first official Caitlin Clark solo commercial since she has joined the WNBA? And as well, WNBA ratings from this past week in non-Caitlin Clark games on NBA been
Nike situation. Now we know Caitlin Clark got some shoes that is set to be released tomorrow. That is a PE Kobe Bryant shoe, bruh. Yes, Caitlin Clark got her own signature PEs with Kobe Bryant and Nike. Now, one thing about it is there's another shoe that is set to be released.
After standing up for her teammate. Caitlin never forgot that support. She once said, "She didn't have to stand up for me, but she chose to, and that's exactly the kind of person I want beside me." That gold box meant much more than a gift. It was Caitlin's way of saying thank you. Within hours, the footage spread across social media. Fans couldn't stop talking about it. Aya Wilson reacted with a single emoji, and Angel Reese went live after seeing the clip.
You talk to Sophie Cunningham, she'll say, "I'm trying to wrap her up," and I do think that's what she was intending. But she got her hands up there. A deserved flagrant foul, but all of this is stemming from what we saw.
Inside the Fever locker room, emotions reportedly ran high. The players weren't jealous. They felt inspired. One teammate reportedly said that Caitlin shared more than just her success. Moments like that are rare. More than signing a major contract, Caitlin showed what leadership could look like. Her message was clear. Real success includes loyalty, respect, and sharing opportunities with others. Reports claimed Nike has already started planning a legacy line that would allow Caitlin to recognize one deserving player every year. Not simply a close friend or teammate, but someone who truly earned the honor. Each year would include a special box, a new story, and a meaningful collaboration. It represents much more than another endorsement. It reflects the beginning of something unique. Nothing like this has existed in the WNBA before. According to the story, the first player honored was Sophie Cunningham. The league is full of pressure. New players face tough competition, intense rivalries, loud crowds, and constant media attention. But Caitlin's reported decision reminds people of something important. When someone stands by you, you should never forget them. As your career grows, you should help lift others along the way. Today, impact means just as much as statistics. Many fans believe Caitlin has become more than one of the league's biggest stars. With one thoughtful gesture and one special box, she showed how powerful gratitude can be. If you enjoyed this story, like the video, subscribe to the channel, and tell us in the comments who you think should receive the next golden box. This may only be the beginning. As this story comes to a close, one lesson stands out. Some of the biggest moments in sports don't happen during a game. They happen away from the court, where character matters more than numbers and respect carries greater value than any trophy. Caitlin Clark has earned praise throughout her career for her scoring, passing, and confidence. Those abilities helped turn her into one of basketball's brightest young stars. But every great athlete eventually faces a bigger question than points or victories. What kind of teammate are you? What kind of leader will you become? And what legacy will people remember after your career is over? Those questions shape every remarkable career. The story discussed today has created plenty of debate among basketball fans. Some believe it shows that success becomes even greater when it lifts other people. Others see it as proof that loyalty should always be remembered. Whatever your opinion may be, trust, respect, and commitment remain essential qualities for every winning team. Those values cannot be measured by scores, television audiences, endorsement deals, or social media popularity. They are earned through actions, consistency, and supporting others when it matters most. The WNBA continues to reach new heights. Every season brings more fans, larger crowds, stronger television ratings, and more young athletes dreaming of playing professionally. That success belongs to many players who have helped grow the league over the years. Every generation leaves its mark, and every star contributes to the league's continuing story. Competition will always be part of sports. Rivalries will never disappear, and fan discussions will always continue. That's part of what makes basketball exciting. But the future becomes even brighter when great players encourage each other to improve. It's also important for fans to separate inspiring stories from confirmed information. Stories shared online can spread quickly, and not every detail can always be verified. No matter which reports prove accurate, the bigger lesson remains valuable. Basketball has always been about more than awards or endorsement deals. The greatest players are remembered not only for their achievements, but also for the positive impact they leave on teammates, communities, and future generations. Whether you've supported the WNBA for years or recently became a fan, this is an exciting time for women's basketball. New stars continue to emerge, experienced players keep raising the standard, and every season delivers unforgettable moments that remind us why we love the game. The next chapter is still waiting to be written, and that's what makes following this journey so exciting. Thank you for watching until the end. If you enjoyed today's video, please leave a like, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you never miss another basketball story. We'd also love to hear your thoughts in the comments. What has impressed you most about Caitlin Clark's influence on the game? And which player do you believe has made the biggest contribution to the growth of the WNBA? Share your opinion respectfully because every fan brings something valuable to the conversation. Until next time, take care, keep supporting the sport you love, and we'll see you in the next video.